Human history is written through progress from where we were to where we are heading. Driven by the need for change and fueled by innovation. For over 168 years, one place has witnessed the best of humanity. A global showcase for innovation and achievement. From the iconic Eiffel Tower, the wonders of the X-ray machine, the first live TV broadcast, unlocking of the atom, the very first IMAX cinema experience, the first mobile phone. Every chapter of our modern history has been showcased at the World Expo. And now, for 6 months from October 2020, the UAE gets ready to welcome the world, as the World Expo comes to the Middle East region for the first time. 192 participating countries coming together. Millions of visitors from across the globe will witness the best humanity has to offer at the world's greatest show. Expo 2020 Dubai. Immersive experiences from around the world. 192 participating countries. Over 200 food outlets. More than 60 events every day. 173 days of food, music, culture, tech, creativity, and endless excitement for everyone. Expo 2020 Dubai. 6 months of discovery, a lifetime of stories. Join us at the world's greatest show.
In the future, how will businesses use digital technologies to get ahead? What new services and experiences will they offer to excite customers? How will businesses be changed by big data? And how will analytics turn that into smart data? With the rapid development of AI, how can businesses reinvent themselves to stay ethical, sustainable, and profitable? And how will our communities evolve to withstand new cybersecurity threats? Only one way to find out. Accenture invites you to be there at the world's greatest show.
Expo 2020 offers an exciting opportunity to drive positive change. And this is where the Netherlands is keen to contribute. By uniting water, energy and food, something magical can happen. We've designed a pavilion which is more a biotope than a building. A miniature world where the climate is controlled naturally, where water, energy and food are intrinsically linked. Full of intense sensory experiences. The entire installation will be built from local resources and with locally rented construction materials. After Expo 2020, all materials are given back or will go to a new destination. Welcome to the Dutch Pavilion. Dutch Dubai, Dutch connection in the Gulf. Uniting water, energy and food.
is my chance to volunteer for something amazing.
It's a way to make a difference.
لأنها الفرصة المثالية لرد الجميل للوطن.
Because we love this country.
Together, we can achieve incredible things.
I want to meet people from all around the world.
لأنه هيدا وقتنا.
Because I really want to make my mark along with 30,000 volunteers.
Because together matters.
Nationals and residents can now take part in the Expo 2020 Dubai through the House of Volunteers.
Thousands of people have shown interest in volunteering for Dubai Expo 2020 so far.
More than 30,000 volunteers will welcome the world to the UAE in 2020. Anyone over the age of 18 can become an Expo 2020 volunteer.
The program offers a variety of roles for volunteers, ranging from guest services and hospitality to international participants and partners.
The House of Volunteers is an exclusive hub that will host special events and activities that will lead throughout the journey to 2020 and all throughout the 6 months.
Are you ready to be an Expo 2020 volunteer?
what does the future of networking look like? Will networks connect billions of humans and their ideas to form a fully digitized intelligent Earth? Will trees talk to networks that talk to scientists about climate change? Will ambulances talk to patient records that talk to doctors about saving lives? Will cars talk to road sensors that talk to stoplights about traffic efficiency? With a network so powerful and advanced, will we be able to solve the world's most challenging problems? Only one way to find out. Cisco invites you to be there at the world's greatest show.
Ag Unity started very much by accident. It was at a hackathon. We chose to work for the billion poorest farmers in the world, families that have only a few acres of land and survive on a couple of dollars a day. The idea we came up with was a mobile and blockchain solution that helps them plan, trade and share equipment more securely. We effectively solved the problem of trust and cooperation.
Almighty Services Plus, a social enterprise which delivers life-changing cooking solutions to low-income communities in Benin Republic. We have in Benin a lot of cutting illegal logging of trees, which causes deforestation because populations rely on wood products to satisfy their energy needs. Our solution is to bring affordable products to meet those needs for that kind of population. So our first solution is to produce a clean cook stove, which can save up to 60% of energy. And also, as we have abundant organic waste available, we produce also eco-friendly charcoal briquettes to replace wood charcoal, which is used now in many developing countries and particularly in Benin Republic.
Sustainability at Expo 2020 is not just about sustainability as a sub-theme. Sustainability at Expo 2020 ingrained in the DNA of the Expo. It's the heart of the Expo. It's from the construction side all the way to the operations and all the way to our visitor experience and how we inspire our visitors.
We are very proud to say that 80% of the infrastructure that has been invested for the 6 months event is going to be part of the city that will continue after the Expo.
Countries are pioneers when it comes to the field of sustainability, and they will be reflecting their expertise in this field in their architecture and their programming and also their exhibitions.
Sustainability in one word would be culture. New Zealand's theme, care for people and place, is central to our identity.
It's a view in the future for us.
The real focus is on the content, on what the visitor is going to experience and how we curate our story for Expo.
We will have an energy lab, a smart city lab and also then biodiversity lab. And I don't want to tell you so much because we are looking forward to visit you.
We want them to walk away with the impression that thank goodness New Zealand does care for people and place, that is something that we can share with the world, that New Zealand is good for the world.
I'm sure that in the future you will say, where is the message? Has it been achieved? Have I done something to keep what I've learned in that small little island state alive?
Al-Wasl is the title of the opera, the old name for Dubai, but it's also the link between generation to generation, what's passed down.
It starts in the ancient past with Saruq al-Hadid, then it moves to the present with UAE's achievement, and finally into the future.
The story is about the cycles of generations and young people and old people learning to listen to one another.
What is the future of trade? Will we find newer and better ways to move goods? Will automation save time and costs, making ports 200% more efficient? Will blockchain help us track shipments in real time, or tell us where the food on our table comes from? Will the Internet of Things connect everything? Will the world open up for the smallest businesses in the remotest places? Only one way to find out. DP World invites you to be there at the world's greatest show. Banking. What would it look like in the future? How will new technology change the way we save? Or the way we buy and pay for things? Will we receive our monthly salaries in cryptocurrency? Will we pay for supermarket purchases with a selfie instead of a signature or PIN? Will you enter the metro by scanning your eyes? Only one way to find out. Emirates NBD invites you to be there at the world's greatest show.
The 173 days of Expo 2020 will be unlike anything visitors have witnessed before, brimming with bold, mind-bending, awe-inspiring experiences at every turn. Here are just 10 reasons why you can't miss the world's greatest show. An ever-changing events calendar of 60-plus shows daily of world-famous musical acts, comedy greats, digital theatre productions, and more. Will humans really inhabit the Red Planet one day? Discover all about the UAE's mission to land on Mars in 2021, where the HOPE spacecraft will perform in-depth studies on the planet and its atmosphere. Take a culinary journey around the world, from street food to haute cuisine, with world-famous chefs, gastronomic tours, and high-tech dining experiences. With 192 country pavilions, experience diverse cultures from every corner of the planet, all at one destination. See the world of tomorrow through smart site technology using AI, all powered by next-gen 5G connectivity. Discover pioneering and unusual architecture at every turn. A building with moving wings that harvest clean energy? Care to watch a short film indoors or outside on Al Wasl Plaza's 360-degree projection screen? You'll find it at Expo 2020. Find brand new reasons to celebrate with Expo's program of mega celebrations for international festivals. Hear Beethoven's works in a brand new light, including electronic, acoustic, and rock, as they're brought to life by performing robots in the Germany Pavilion. Unleash your youngsters' imaginations with everything from 3D printing to build your own robot workshops. Broaden your horizons as you journey through Expo 2020 with humanity's knowledge showcased at every turn. And that's just some of what's on offer. Discover so much more at the world's greatest show. Experience the world at Expo 2020 Dubai. With 192 participating countries, you can travel from Japan to Brazil to New Zealand in a matter of minutes. No passport required. Hundreds of pavilions will feature interactive experiences, live cultural entertainment, innovative international cuisine, and so much more. 173 days to experience, celebrate, and taste the world. Marvel at the moving wings of the UAE Pavilion, which resembles a falcon in flight while harvesting clean energy. Catch a show by Robo Beethoven at the Germany Pavilion, as the legendary composer's music is brought to life through performances by robots. Add your voice to a continuously changing poem on the UK Pavilion's exterior, generated by artificial intelligence and visitors' contributions. Discover one of Expo 2020 Dubai's largest pavilions while indulging in a myriad authentic cultural experiences and Chinese innovation at its finest. Learn about Saudi Arabia's rich heritage and witness the transformation of the region, with a pavilion design resembling a huge window opening up from the ground. See France light up Expo with a daily light show, as the pavilion's theme explores light as an enabler of progress and a source for creativity. A lifetime of memories with every visit. Join us as we bring the world together at the world's greatest show. The countdown continues to Expo 2020 Dubai. In less than a year, the world will come together for a mega event like no other. As quayside structures continue to take shape, take a look at the impressive stage being set for the world's greatest show. Designed in the shape of a falcon in flight, the iconic structure of the UAE Pavilion will inspire visitors. Al Wasl Plaza will mark the heart of Expo 2020 Dubai and will include the world's biggest 360-degree projection surface. You'll discover the past, present and future of movement at the Mobility Pavilion, with its impressive tiered trefoil shape and, inside, the world's largest elevating platform. The Sustainability Pavilion will generate power using panels that will draw energy from the sun to power the site. The Route 2020 metro line will easily connect key parts of Dubai to the Expo site. Expo 2020 Dubai is coming to life. The stage for the world's greatest show is well and truly taking shape.
Telecom. Will it continue to transform our lives? Will your mobile still look like a phone? Will your fridge order food all by itself? Will students travel to space without leaving their classroom? Will our cities become smarter with 5G? Will that change the way we live, learn, work and stay healthy? Will that make us closer together in the future? Only one way to find out. Etisalat invites you to be there at the world's greatest show.
World Expos has always been moments in history to address how different countries, how different people could and should work together. And UAE is itself the best manifestation of how a country is developed by the connection of so many different nationalities here together, working on a daily basis to make this country as great as it is today.
Expos are really about where people connect. A lot of people think it's just a place for business, but it's so much more. And whether you're a kid and you want to go to a playground that's going to be designed looking like it's 30 years from now, or whether you're an adult and you want to attend an outstanding lecture series to see about how we can be more sustainable in the future, make sure you remember, we'll really have something for everybody.
Imagine countries from different parts of the world with different backgrounds, different cultures, and different histories, but one commonality. And that is that they've chosen to come to Expo 2020 Dubai and collaborate with one another over fields that they each individually pioneer.
Whatever we have that has worked for the last 25 years, we're willing to share it with the world. Maybe it will be applied somewhere else.
Expo is the place where you can meet all other countries, all other cultures, and have the time. You have 6 months. We are a small country, way up north, that are one of the most innovative countries in the world. So if it's possible for us, it's possible for everybody.
We want to introduce other nations, certainly sports-loving nations, certainly nations that may not have had such exposure to some of the benefits of sport. So we're hoping to enlighten and hopefully unlock some things for other nations.
We feel both safe and secure and have good faith that working together, we will do a fantastic, the best Expo ever.
Dubai, where East meets West, a key global location for business and leisure, hosting Expo 2020, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to connect, to innovate, to create the future. Be there at the new Dubai Exhibition Center, at the heart of Expo, a landmark venue with high-tech functionality and 5G connectivity. Dubai Exhibition Center at Expo 2020, the world's greatest show.
Welcome to the future of commercial aviation. Explore tomorrow's aircraft technology. Immerse yourself in a futuristic onboard experience. Discover technologies to power greener skies. And see beyond the limits of today. Let us inspire you at the Emirates Pavilion. Expo 2020, Dubai.
1, 2. You weren't there. You weren't there when humans conquered fire, when they wore animal skin attire or invented the bicycle tire. You weren't there when they created algebra, built the pyramids in Giza or painted the Mona Lisa. You weren't there when they first made paper or built the amphitheater, when they calculated gravity or made flying reality. You weren't there when they composed the classics or discovered antibiotics, made the mechanical clock, or taught the world to rock. But you could be there and with your own eyes witness new acts of human genius. Be there to see the alliance of art, music, fashion, and science. See a futuristic festival filled with ideas new and radical, performances magical in a 6-month-long spectacle. This you can't afford to miss. It's the best of humankind in the greatest show of our time.
أنت ما كنت مرة ثانية. أنت ما كنت يوم اكتشف الإنسان النار زمان، ولا يوم تدفى بفرو الحيوان واخترع دراجة تنقله لكل مكان. أنت ما كنت يوم الحساب غير كل المعادلات، يوم بنوا الأهرامات ورسموا الموناليزا أشهر اللوحات. أنت ما كنت أول مرة كتبوا على الورق ومثلوا على أول مسرح، يوم طلعوا بنظرية الجاذبية وفكرة الطيران صارت حقيقية. أنت ما كنت يوم ألفوا الموسيقى الكلاسيكية، يوم الوقت صار أرقام والروك اشتهر في كل مكان. بس هذه المرة تقدر تكون أول من يشوف ابتكارات سابقة للعصر وعروض ما يتصورها عقل. تقدر تشهد على أروع الأفكار بالفن، الأزياء، العلوم والموسيقى. هذه المرة ما بيفوتك 6 شهور من الاحتفال بإبداع العقول البشرية كلها في مكان واحد بتجتمع، وبالمستقبل بتحتفل في الحدث الأروع في العالم.
What is the future of payment technology? In the future, will we still carry cards in our wallet? Will we still use signatures and pins to identify ourselves? Or will we use our voices, faces, and eyes instead? Will the technology we connect to help us connect to each other so we can start something priceless together? Only one way to find out. MasterCard invites you to be there at the world's greatest show.
كأنها تقول صالتها، تشابه ماضي أهلها، ومثل طيبة أهلها اكتست تربتها بالطيبة. أنا الغافة وسط هالأرض وجذوري لوبة تسألها. أنا التاريخ، أنا الأمجاد، أنا الماضي، أنا الهيبة. وفي وسط الظروف الحالكة والصعبة والمرة نميت بوسط هالصحراء، ولا أخشى العطش والقيض. شهور تمر وسنين وليالي حلوة ومرة، ويعانقني الشموخ واحتضن عهد العطا وافيض. من أوراقي أكرم وأعطي، والغصون الشامخة تشهد، والحمام الراعب يشيد في غصوني عشه وبيته. وكم في ظل الذي قيل واستراح وروح وعود، لين سموني سلام. وكل عابر كم داريته، وكانوا الناس من حولي يتصافون ويمرون، وتحت ظلي سوالفهم وكأنهم فيني يحسون. متى هالناس تتوحد وتحت الراية يتحدون، ويا زايد ويا راشد وهم ذخر العرب والعون، وعم الاتحاد الدار وهلت من الفرح العيون. وطلع للجيل هذا الصرح، جعل العقول تتلاقى، وهم مستقبل الإنسان فيه الكون وأحلامه. بزغ في دانة الدنيا منار الكون وإشراقه، وداموا في رخاء دايم بين إكسبو والغافة سلامة.
Experience the world at Expo 2020 Dubai. With 192 participating countries, you can travel from Japan to Brazil to New Zealand in a matter of minutes. No passport required. Hundreds of pavilions will feature interactive experiences, live cultural entertainment, innovative international cuisine, and so much more. 173 days to experience, celebrate, and taste the world. Marvel at the moving wings of the UAE pavilion, which resembles a falcon in flight while harvesting clean energy. Catch a show by Robo Beethoven at the Germany Pavilion as the legendary composer's music is brought to life through performances by robots. Add your voice to a continuously changing poem on the UK Pavilion's exterior, generated by artificial intelligence and visitors' contributions. Discover one of Expo 2020 Dubai's largest pavilions while indulging in a myriad authentic cultural experiences and Chinese innovation at its finest. Learn about Saudi Arabia's rich heritage and witness the transformation of the region, with a pavilion design resembling a huge window opening up from the ground. See France light up Expo with a daily light show, as the pavilion's theme explores light as an enabler of progress and a source for creativity. A lifetime of memories with every visit. Join us as we bring the world together at the world's greatest show.
What will cars be like in the future? Will they all be electric? Will we still call it a car or a pod? Will your pod still have a steering wheel or pedals? Or will it just need to hear your voice to tell it where to go? And will you be able to program it to go off by itself every day to pick up the kids after school? Only one way to find out. Nissan invites you to be there at the world's greatest show.
عيشي بلادي عاش اتحاد إماراتنا عشتي لشعب دينه الإسلام هديه القرآن حصنتك بسم الله يا وطن بلادي 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 بلاد حماك الإله شرور الزمان أقسمنا أن نبني نعمل نخلص مهما عشنا نخلص دام الأمان وعاش العالم يا إماراتنا رمز العروبة كلنا نفديكي بالدماء نرويكي نفديك بالأرواح يا وطن
Beverages. What will they be like in the future? Will they be offered in pods or on-the-go recyclable containers? In the years to come, what new foods will we want to eat? Will they be locally grown, harvested within arm's reach and transformed into on-the-go eats? Will they be delivered by drones? Or will we order them to biometrically meet our body's unique needs? What will we create to bring more joy to the planet and the people they were made for? Only one way to find out. PepsiCo invites you to be there at the world's greatest show.
I'd like to do is help inspire a generation of young people to think of positive things we can do with technology. They build it first so they get some hands-on engineering experience, but then crucially you can program it in all sorts of different languages.
The kids of today, they tap, swipe and pinch their way through the world. But unless we give them tools to build with computers, we are raising only consumers instead of creators.
We're making education accessible to all while creating jobs for people around the world. Our first class happened between a professor in Venezuela teaching a student in Saudi Arabia, and we've seen global connections ever since.
The human experience. What will it be like in the future? Years from now, how will you be able to influence positive change for society, for the economy, for our environment, for our world? Will there be innovative ways to immediately express your feelings and thoughts? Will this be heard and addressed rapidly and genuinely? Will experience, data and insights allow businesses to adapt and evolve and change the world? Only one way to find out. SAP invites you to be there at the world's greatest show.
to all of you in every emirate for being part of the 1 year to go countdown celebrations.
We developed biodegradable and edible plastic material based on plant polymers. So we improved exploitation properties by biotechnology. Edible plastic is new terms in the United States, and a lot of people want to buy edible plastic. A lot of companies developed biodegradable plastic that can be substituted the existing hydrocarbon plastic. But we are only ones at the market who have developed the product which is fully edible on a price point that no one can reach. It is really cheap and competitive with traditional plastic. I want to change people's philosophy, usage of plastic, because people who throw out our plastic under tree becomes good ethic people, because our plastic is biological fertilizer.
Give is the first fundraising platform in the Middle East. Our aim is to make our services available to many charities around the world, starting from here, from the Middle East and the emerging countries. We want to make the services available to the charities so they can fundraise effectively in the digital space. And we want to partner with big brands, big corporations who want to increase their staff engagement with local causes and also fulfill their CSR requirement. Our ultimate objective from Yalla Give is to allow donors to donate without spending money, by which we have created 3 models, and eventually we want to raise, in the next 10 years, by 2030, we want to raise $1 billion.
My name is Catherine Bentley, and I'm with Kintrans, Inc., and we are automating sign language translation. So we're taking the movements of sign language in any language and turning them into voice and then we take voice and we turn it into sign language. And so here in the UAE, we can recognize Arabic Sign Language, and we're going to digitize the Emirati Sign Language. Regionalizing and recognizing these languages is really important for an effective translator to be used in civic centers, in schools, in marketplaces, and in workplaces.
At Coolar, we are reinventing refrigeration. We have built a refrigerator that needs no electricity whatsoever and is 100% water-based. Why is this important? 1.2 billion people in the world have no access to electricity whatsoever, and that also means no access to cooling. This is particularly critical for healthcare, where medicine and vaccines have to be stored cold at all times. And at Coolar, we want to use our electricity-free, solar heat-powered refrigerator to provide vaccines and medicine for remote regions. The Expo Live grant will enable Coolar to run a pilot and demonstrate our product with the users. After we've successfully demonstrated it, we will go into series production and bring as many Coolar refrigerators to the field as possible to enable healthcare and sustainable cooling in as many settings as possible.
Cities. What will they be like in the future? Will they be smart, with smart roads, lighting, and buildings talking to each other? Will those buildings share information to save energy and cool down, or warm up by themselves using the Internet of Things? Will all the infrastructure work together to keep the air clean and the traffic smooth? Will your city know who you are and what you do, and keep you updated in real time on how to stay safe, productive, and relaxed? Only one way to find out. Siemens invites you to be there at the world's greatest show.
I'm Lizzie Merrill. I am the project manager at Ignitia, a tropical weather forecasting company. We developed a weather algorithm that is twice as good as the next best forecast for predicting tropical weather. We're currently working in West Africa to send those forecasts to small-scale farmers so that they can plan better, increase yields, and reduce risk. It also allows us to keep the price so low for farmers. Right now, they get daily text messages that has the rain forecast for that day and the next, as well as monthly and seasonal forecasts, and they pay through their existing mobile credit. So we were really excited to discover about Expo Live, the innovation grants, because one of the things that we worry about as a social enterprise is making both a sustainable model, but one that's affordable for farmers. But it allows us to keep that cost really, really low for them so they're able to gain benefit, and eventually it will be a sustainable business model, but to start that process.
For the very first time, a World Expo is being hosted in the Middle East. 192 countries are coming together to showcase their culture and innovations. Expo 2020 will give millions of visitors a chance to experience the UAE's culture through contemporary visual arts, music, craft and design. They will be inspired and amazed, but most importantly, they will be surprised. The creativity of the UAE will be celebrated at Expo 2020 by giving designers and craftsmen the opportunity to share their work with the international creative community, moving their story forward through innovation, local narrative, and technologies.
The craft Safifa is weaving with palm leaves. On a local level, this would be a lady in Sharjah making handicrafts. But in reality, she's an expert in natural fiber weaving systems. This knowledge exists in other parts of the world. Our design and the craft program enables us to advance these crafts, connecting local and global talents through collaboration and innovation to nourish a future creative economy.
Contemporary art poses questions and encourages critical thinking through an aesthetic language. For Expo 2020, we have invited renowned artists from all over the world to raise curiosity and create conversations through a visual experience of permanent and temporary artworks.
Visitors will be able to follow an art trail that connects the 3 districts and parks. They will be invited to interact and engage with these incredible works that will provoke internal dialogue and conversation.
So I think what was really special about this Majlis session for Expo 2020 was about the great diversity of speakers that you had here today from every different discipline of the arts, and yet we really found a real commonality within that, talking about the universal power of art to really ask questions, to help us think about what kind of societies we want to build for the future, what kind of communities we have today, and how to kind of build in both those local and global sensibilities to the Expo site and its legacy.
What art really does one of the things that it does that's very important is that it asks questions. And I think the minute we start asking questions about the world around us, then we start opening up to accepting different answers.
The ability to see from beyond your own perspective and to inhabit somebody else's perspective. And I think that's what the arts do, unlike anything else. When we read a book, when we read literature, we enter into the character's frame of mind and their experience. When we watch a film, we also have that same experience. So I think this is the power of the arts and what makes it unique to tackle some of the difficult issues that we're facing today.
There are so many different aspects of art, right? So in photography, for example, a lot of people are going back to analog photography, exploring that again. You know, for not a lot of money, everyone can create art, and I think that's what's happening with the onset of technology and the future. So it is accessible for everyone.
Whether it's storytelling, whether it's painting a picture, whether it's taking a beautiful photograph, whether it's dancing with our loved ones and with our children, these are ways that make us different from all the other living things on our planet. As human beings, we will not survive without art and without stories.
About 600 of us today, all from Expo.
It's really inspiring to see a lot of people you work with just push boundaries.
This is our year, guys.
We are working in food safety. So, as you know, in the food there are many bad things such as pesticides, antibiotics, heavy metals, bad bacteria, also mycotoxins. And today, if you want to measure these bad things, you have two ways. In one way, you can send your samples to the lab but it's time consuming and it's expensive. Other way, you can buy this lab. We are developing a device with which you can measure mycotoxins in real time without any qualified personnel. My mission is to give people confidence that they eat or produce safety food for them and their children.
There is like a plethora of talented youth in home in Ghana. So I decided to launch Blossom Academy to really help people like myself to acquire the data science skills required for meaningful employment. African businesses spend millions of dollars each year hiring data scientists abroad. This is a result of the gap between industry and academia, which means that there is a lack of skilled human capital capable of transforming data into actionable insights. Blossom Academy's program is founded on three models. Number one is competitive peer learning, project-based learning, and mentor-based learning. Following the training program, students are recruited through our analytics division, where they help companies build creative data-driven solutions and extract insights from their data.
The main product we sell is this coffee. The highest quality coffee in the market in Peru. The only solar roasted coffee, and a coffee that increases the income of the farmers we were working with in more than 50%. We were doing projects with native communities in the jungle. We fell in love from the jungle, from the people living there. What we did is we developed technology for them to be able to process the coffee inside their communities. We developed a machine that can roast the coffee only with the energy of the sun. So this allows the farmers to sell the coffee to us for a better price, but also to be involved in other processes and receive an extra payment for that. That when people talk about sustainability, when they talk about coffee and sustainability, they can see us as a reference.